Alright, fourth graders. Good afternoon. We're going to take our social studies test now. You can start with your name at the top. The first section says use the words from the bank to complete each sentence. You got mint, Mormon, and oasis. Number one, a blank is a factory where the government makes coins. Number two, a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints is called a blank. And number three, a blank is a place in the desert that has water and trees. Alright, number four, multiple choice. It says the U.S. Mint is located in which of these cities? Portland, Oregon, Boise, Idaho, Denver, Colorado, or San Jose, California. Now remember, you're welcome to look these up on your TCI website or in your social studies books if you're unsure. Don't guess. If you don't know, your percentage of getting it right or guessing isn't good. So look them up. Number two, Mormons seeking religion freedom settled in Portland, Oregon, Salt Lake City, Boise, Idaho, or Seattle, Washington. Number six, from the city of Seattle, Washington, what site can you see? Can you see Mount Rainier, Mount Rushmore, the Grand Canyon, and the Mississippi River? Now, guys, some of those are pretty obvious no. So you think about where you are in Seattle, what's close to Seattle. You can use your map at the beginning of the chapter to help you. Number seven, what is the biggest attraction in the city of Portland, Oregon? Portland, Oregon. That's pretty obvious. Look it up if you have to. Silicon Valley, the Allen Rock Park, the Seattle Seahawk Stadium, or the International Rose Test Garden. Number eight, which city attracts people seeking jobs in technology companies? Is that San Jose, Denver, Salt Lake City, or Las Vegas? Number nine, what is the city of Las Vegas, Nevada often called? The capital of Silicon Valley, the city of roses, the Mile High City, or the entertainment capital of the world? And number 10, which city has a very busy harbor? Excuse me. Is that Portland, Oregon, Boise, Idaho, San Jose, California, or Denver, Colorado? If you're looking at those on a map, it's almost humorous. Number 11. The biggest industry in Las Vegas, Nevada is lumber, tourism, agriculture, or exporting. Number 12. Which of the following tools can help you organize information you research? Is it a table, an outline, a timeline, or all of the above? Now this is the one we kind of cruise right over, so I'm going to give you that one. It's D, all of the above. 13. Creating a photo brochure is one way to study for an exam, find a new primary source, locate a new place on a map, or, like we talked about yesterday, present information that you have researched. Number 14. What flower is an important part of Portland, Oregon? And of course we talked about this yesterday, so that was fairly easy. Roses, lily, orchids, or carnations. And then 15. Why does Portland, Oregon provide many miles of bike paths? So think about this. Bike paths. To train children for races? To have a place to put roses? To avoid starting a bus system? Or to help protect the environment? Alright, flip it over. We got a little social studies skills chart. This is the chart we've been looking at every single day of this lesson. And it's the same one that we had in our book. It's going to help you answer 16 through 19. 16 says, which city on the chart has the most people? Now, population means people. So you're going to look for the most, find the biggest number, and shoot out to the side and pick the city. Denver, Portland, San Jose, or Seattle. Number 17, which city on the chart has the fewest people? Same thing, check the people, find the fewest, shoot off the side. San Jose, Boise, Portland, or Salt Lake City. Number 18, which city has the coldest January temperature? Here's January, you're looking for coldest temperature. Find the coldest one, shoot off the side. Las Vegas and Boise, San Jose and Seattle, Seattle and Las Vegas, and Boise and Salt Lake City. I should have read that one, which cities. Two of them. Which city has the warmest year-round climate? So you're kind of looking at both January and July. What's a pretty warm temperature for January? And what's a pretty warm temperature for July? Salt Lake City, San Jose, Las Vegas, or Denver. Alright, I did a little work ahead of time on your essay. What we want to do is we want to number each one of the bullets, and then we want to draw this big huge box and divide it with 4 lines to make 5 spaces. That's going to organize your thoughts here for your essay. Here's what it says. It says choose 2 cities in this lesson. So you might want to have your book open, or you might want to use any of the ones that were all over our sheet if you know the important things that were in those cities. Otherwise, I'd say look it up on your TCI website. It says choose 2 cities in this lesson. Write a story about a child who moved from one of those cities to another. Your story should include. Now, instead of a story, we're going to do this chart. So 2 facts about the city the child moved from. So you're going to start it with, you can put your own name. Mr. Bauer moved from, and I'm going to use Wisconsin. I know it's not in our section, but I don't want to give you answers. Wisconsin. 2 facts about Wisconsin are number 1 and number 2. You'll find those right in your book. Alright, in the second box it says a picture of something in the city the child is moving from. So remember when we were talking about Wisconsin, we were talking about Wisconsin Dells. I might draw that here. Now obviously you guys can't use that because that wasn't in the West. You got to use cities from the West. Number 3, 2 facts about the city the child is moving to. So now you got to tell us, I am moving to what city? And then boom, here's fact 1. Here's fact number 2. And then a picture of the city you're moving to. Kind of like your postcard yesterday. And then number 5, what the child is feeling about the move and why. Now this is the one where you don't have to use facts from the book. How do you feel about moving from one city to the other? You might say, I'm sad to leave Wisconsin because it was so exciting to go ice fishing in winter. But I'm super excited to move to Florida. Of course, Florida's not in the West either. You gotta pick one that's in the West. Because they have great bike trails, awesome professional sports teams, and there are national parks and museums all over it. Okay, so those are some of the things that you should be thinking about as you're picking these 2 cities. So maybe you pick Boise, Idaho, or maybe you pick Salt Lake City, or maybe you pick San Jose because you want to work on computers your whole life. So think carefully, check those out in your book, and then come up with the answers. 2 for the first one, a picture, 2 for the second one, a picture, and then how you feel about the move. Do a real good job. A couple of you have been skipping this essay. It really hurts your grade when you lose all of these points. All right, have a great rest of the day. We'll see you on Monday.